My name's Matthew Cobley. I'm an education coordinator with the School Programs Department at the Natural History Museum of Utah. I work as part of the Museum on the Move team in the Natural History Museum's statewide school outreach program. We try to visit every school at least once every 3 years. So in any given year, we see about 300 schools. That turns out to about 25,000 students and almost half of the fourth graders in the state every year. We try to see every school outside Wasatch Front every other year, so we can reach those students in rural places more often than schools that might be able to visit easily for a field trip. I'm from a pretty urban place in England, a city called Bristol. I've been out into the country before, but never anything more than half an hour away from a big city. When I went out to the West Desert, that had been the first time I'd been so far away from gas stations and Wi-Fi. From Salt Lake City, I would drive about 3 hours south to Delta, gas up, keep going for an hour until you hit the Nevada border, and then just turn off the highway completely onto a road with no signs to anywhere. It's everything that you've seen in every photograph of the middle of nowhere. There's one dirt road with telephone wires going down the side. There's nothing for an hour, and then all of a sudden there are a couple of small buildings with nothing around them apart from a gate and a sign that says West Desert School. I'd never seen anything like it before, and yeah, it was good to experience that. So Museum on the Move brings in museum specimens. They could either be the actual specimens, so fossils or archaeological artifacts or animal specimens that the students would get to see in the museum but not necessarily have in their hands or have much time to interact with. We see every class for about 90 minutes and give them some research topics. We have 4 topics that we teach at the moment: rocks and minerals, plant and animal adaptations, fossils, and archaeology. We do those because we're the Natural History Museum. We study rocks and fossils and animals and archaeology here, and they just so happen to be on the 4th grade science curriculum as well, so it lines up pretty nicely.
West Desert Elementary, as far as I understand, is the most rural school in the lower 48 states. The students that we serve here, a lot of them are from a farming, ranching background, and definitely very important for those individuals to get experiences that either come from outside our area or being able to leave the area to experience some different educational opportunities. So I'm the only certified teacher at the school. I do have 1 full-time aide and 2 part-time aides. One of them is also our full-time janitorial staff, and so she steps aside from her duties there to teach math for a block and science. Matt is able to visit us every other year, and the nice thing is typically he would be visiting 4th grade classrooms, but where we'd only have 2 4th graders, he's willing to do it with all the students here, and so that gives all the students an opportunity to participate in the different programs that Museum on the Move offers, which is great because all the programs that they offer tie directly into our curriculum for 4th grade science, and so every other year we have something new that they can experience. As a general ed teacher in an elementary setting, I need to know some things about a lot of different things, and it's great to have someone like Matt that can come out who knows pretty much everything about these specific subjects in science and is a hands-on expert with these programs. The programs are always well put together. They keep students engaged. They bring them additional information beyond what we've provided here at the school, and just a unique learning opportunity that they wouldn't get if we didn't have those outreach programs.
When I was a student in England, around the same age as these 4th graders are, I'd watched Jurassic Park for the first time, like dinosaurs. But no one at any point ever told me that being a paleontologist was a job that you could do. For me, it was something like being an astronaut. Like, there are people that do it, but there's no steps to take to get there. I only found out that it was even something you could study at university when I was 16, so a year and a half before I actually applied. So for me, it's extremely important for me to be able to go out into these classes, even if the students have no interest in paleontology whatsoever. The fact that I can turn around to them and say, hey, this is something that you can do if you want to, not just for paleontology, but zoology, geology, and archaeology. There's a way to get into these fields if you want to, if you're interested. And I think even at a young age, just someone saying that you can do that is going to stick. Yeah, I think what we do is super important for that.